Hello, everybody. Today I'm going to tell you the story of how the seed of one of the biggest battles in Indian mythology was sown. So, our story starts off with Arjun with his two wives and Krishna with the gopis going to this picnic to this forest called Kandav. And this forest was so beautiful because of its amazing greenery, its huge trees, beautiful animals, clear lakes, and so they went to this forest for a picnic, and Arjun was enjoying with his two wives, Krishna enjoying flirting with the gopis, and this is when they saw a Brahmin walking towards them. And this Brahmin had a warm gold complexion and a glow around his body. So, as the Brahmin walked towards these two, they greeted the Brahmin, and the Brahmin said, "Can I ask you something?" Krishna and Arjun said, "Go ahead, what do you want?" So the Brahmin said, "I want to eat this forest. Can I?" Krishna and Arjun said, "How? Who are you?" The Brahmin said, "I am Agni, and I haven't eaten anything except for ghee for the past 12 years. I was with King Svetaki, and he was having this huge yagna, and he only fed me ghee for the past 12 years. So now I want to eat something else. Can I eat this forest?" And still a little shook, Arjun and Krishna were like, "What?" So Arjun and Krishna, being warriors, there was this bow and arrow which all the warriors fancied. It was the Gandiv. So what Agni did, Agni bought the Gandiv and kept it in front of Krishna and Arjun. Seeing this, now they really had to discuss. So Krishna and Arjun started discussing that if Agni was on their side, they would be so efficient in team building and strategizing for battles, and it'll be really helpful to have Agni on their side because they were warriors. So after one solid hour of discussion, Agni so Krishna and Arjun came to this conclusion that Agni is allowed to eat that forest. Hearing this, Agni started to breathe out, and fire started coming out of his mouth. And just like the Amazon fire, it started with something small, and then it started to spread. And in minutes, all they could hear is animals screaming, squealing, trying to escape, trees burning, the clear rivers and lakes turning black because of the ashes, birds chirping and trying to escape. So, while this was happening, Indra saw this, and he tried to create problems so that it would cause rains and so that it could put an end to the fire. He tried, but it did not work. So, during this time, there was this snake Takshak. His wife and his son were stuck in this fire. And so the wife thought of something. So the wife swallowed her son Ashwasen in order to escape. So when she was trying to escape with her son, Arjun saw this and shot an arrow at the snake, which slit open the wife's head. And the baby snake, Ashwasen, came out, and Arjun was almost about to shoot an arrow at Ashwasen as well so that nobody can escape. And that's when Indra created this wind which hypnotized Arjun, which stopped and which stopped Arjun and gave some animals some time to escape. So this is when Ashwasen escaped, and two birds, Mandapal and Jarita, with their four baby birds, also escaped. And once this wind was over, another man was trying to escape. And Krishna pointed out, "Look, he's also trying to escape." And hearing this, the man was down on his knees, begging for mercy. He said, "Please, let me live, let me live. I'll be your slave forever." Hearing this, Arjun decided to save that man. And Arjun said, "You are saved." He said, "Thank you." And once this fire was over, the man came to Arjun and Krishna and said, I am the Asura of architecture. Tell me what you want. So Krishna and Arjun said, we want a very beautiful palace on this burnt ground itself. So Mai said, okay, done, I'll do it. So he started building this palace, and each and every corner was done and built with so much care, and decorative pieces were bought from around the world, and everything was not what it seemed. And once this palace was done, it was known as Indraprastha because it was so beautiful. It was like Indra's house. And it was also known as the Palace of Illusions because, as I just said, everything was not what it seemed. So, once this palace was built, all the kings and everyone was called to this palace. And when everyone came, and along with the kings, the Kauravas also came. So when they entered the palace, the floor, it looked like water, and it had small beautiful flowers in it. And seeing this, the kings were actually trying to hop over the water, and then they realized that it isn't water, it was just concrete. That was another illusion. And so Duryodhan was walking on this path, and he started walking on the concrete which seemed like water, and then there was another patch which looked the same. And thinking that, he thought that everything was concrete, even that should be concrete. So he stepped on it and fell inside it, and realizing that it was water. And seeing this, he could hear someone laughing. It was Bhim and Draupadi. So they both were laughing at Duryodhan that, and then Draupadi said something which hurt Duryodhan so much, and that's what sown, that is the thing which sown the seed of the battle of Kurukshetra. Draupadi said, Andhe ka beta andha. And this is what started the battle of Kurukshetra. Thank you.